Now, there's some tares in the old and tares in the new. There's some leaven in the old and leaven in the new. That's the way it's going to be. And we're going to have old and new. And we're going to focus on treasures. And we'll let the Lord take care of the trash. All right? Now, we cannot be derailed. When we see somebody when the Lord swoops down here with an angel and whacks out a tare, we shouldn't all go, oh, this is awful. The church is falling apart. The end is near. When the Lord exposes some leaven, when the pastor stands up and say, I preached this message a few weeks ago, and the Lord has shown me that the heart of that message was not really biblical. It was leaven. Please forgive me. I'll do it. All right? And when that happens, don't go home and go, we need a new preacher. You know, he's not perfect. All right? We can't be derailed by these things. This is what's going to happen as we get new and old, as we drag that net. And I'm so excited about it. You know what? When you see a tare, you know the devil must be worried about your field. If your field's not going to produce anything that bothers him, why would he sow tare? If your loaf is going to be so unappetizing nobody's going to want to eat it, why would he stick leaven in it? All right. When the birds come and start trying to steal our seed from this tree, we should rejoice, because that means something is happening. And then we run the birds off. That's how we operate. I want us to have an unusual ending. When the Lord didn't put this on my heart until I walked out here, I fretted over this message all morning. You know why? Because the end didn't work. Like the message, the end didn't work. I wrote 4 endings. All right, you can look at them if you want, but I think they're 11. I'm going to throw them out. All right? But this is how the Lord asked me to have us end. Could we stand? And we're going to have 2 prayers for this church. And the Lord put on my heart 2 people to pray. And don't take this personally, but one is a treasure old. And one is a treasure new. And it's not about age. It's about how long you've been part of this church. And I'm going to ask Sister Betty Wright to pray for the growth of this church. And then I'm going to ask Dr. Ed Fuentes to pray for the growth of this church. Treasures, old and new. Sister Betty.